Hello, welcome to Arc and Snook. I am Anne and I'm doing an unboxing of the Cotman Watercolors by Winsor Newton. Okay, so this is the packaging. By the way, I got this on the Lazada app. I will be linking it down below. It's an affiliate link, but I don't know what I'm gonna get with that. Okay, so here we have like a small window where you can see the paints. This has 20 tubes in it with 5 milliliters of pigment. Okay, and at the back you see the logo and some information, and it also has the pigment names, which is very important because it's a little bit hard to see it on the tubes themselves. Okay, so these are all made in China, but the product is a European brand. I think it's UK. Yes, UK London. So again, I got this on the Lazada app. I think it was around 1,200 and something pesos, but I used some vouchers, so I got it lesser than that. So this was sealed. It was pretty secure. That's the batch number, I think. It doesn't say anything on the box. I think there were like 3 paints dislodged, but I did put them back carefully. So here it is. I will be using this box cutter just to make sort of like a flap. Okay, so here the first tube here is called Chinese white. Okay, so I really did not know what to expect about the consistency of the paints. Okay, so at the back you see some information regarding the pigment names, light and the light fastness, and also the permanence. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so here I was just going to open this up. I didn't expect what consistency the paint it was, so it just started like pouring out of the tube. By the way, I will put a link of the Winsor Newton Cotman paint information, wherein you can see more of a full information of the paints, like the opacity. Like I said, the permanence is also at the back of the tube. It also has the series numbers, the pigments, and whether it was staining or granulation, if there was granulation on the paints. Okay, so here I am. I was carefully pouring this out. I find that the Chinese white has a sort of like a watery consistency, because while I was squeezing the tube, the paint was sort of like settling on the pans. Okay, so Chinese white has a color code of 150. The pigment is PW5, which is lithopone or lithopone. Permanence is extremely permanent, which is AA, according to the Cotman Winsor Newton Cotman site, and the light fastness is 1. Not all of the paints has light fastness information. It's either it doesn't have any, or its light fastness is 1 or 2. So I'm using this needle pen to sort of like mix in the paints along with the fillers or binders that it has, so I can lay this down more on the pan. I think this is important because watercolor tubes, sometimes the pigment and the binders or the fillers separates inside the tube. So yeah, it is very important that you mix it in, especially when you do decide to pour them in the pan. Okay, so on this video, I will just be doing one pan pour, like just a one-off, because you will see that I will be pouring this up to the brim. So I wanted to, I know that most paints will cave in because the water will evaporate. So yeah, I will try to do a one-off pour for now. Okay, so on this color, I will be showing you everything, but on the next colors, I will be speeding this mixing up because it's just the same. I just make sure that I mix it evenly, and then I do make sure that all the paints are in the corners. Reach the corners of the pan, so that the paint will adhere to the pan more securely. I think sometimes the reason for cracking is because there's like air bubbles inside. Did I say air cracking? Paint cracking, I mean. Okay, so here I am really trying to put enough paint on the pan, because I am sometimes really lazy. I don't really want to double pour. Okay, this is a silicone brush. I will be using this for the first 4 or 5 paints, and then I will not use it because I find that the paintbrush was better at scraping off excess paint on the cap. I always do this because when the paint adheres to the cap, the excess paint adheres to the cap, sometimes it's difficult to open the tube up when you need to add more paint in the future. Okay, so yeah, I do clean the pans because I don't like messy pans. Well, that's just me. Okay, so another mixing. So far, this is still watery, and I don't mind watery paints. I'm not a professional, by the way. I'm not an artist, but I have done this before. I don't mind them that much, but I already have a thought that this will somehow cave in because it's watery. The more water, the more it will dry up. Okay, so this is the flat brush that I will be using to scrape off the paints and also do a swatch. I'm doing a fresh swatch of the paints, but I think not all of them I will be swatching. Okay, so next color is lemon yellow hue. The color code is 346. Pigment name is PY175. I think, yes, I did research the pigment names just to be a little thorough. PY175 is benzimidazolone, yellow 8, no, benzimidazolone yellow H6G. I don't know what H6G means. Okay, so this one is also watery. Okay, the permanence is A, which is permanent, and it does not have a light fastness information. By the way, I forgot to mention the opacity. So lemon yellow hue is transparent, and Chinese white is opaque. Okay. So right off the bat, just looking at this pigment, I can see that it is a cool yellow. I mean, the temperature of the shade itself is a cool yellow. This is their bright yellow on this set. Again, like I said, the same with Chinese white. This is also watery. It settled on the pan very easily. Sorry, I'm not talking too much. I think I'll be using some background music. Hopefully I'll find one that's nice to chill out to, or maybe just the classical sort. Okay, so here I am again trying to scrape off paints on the cap. I will be doing this on all of these paints. Okay, and then like I said, I was doing like test swatches on the side. The test swatches that I did are pure paints. I didn't mix water in them. I will be showing that bit on the end. So again, I'm really trying to put the paint up to the brim, because like I said, this will cave in. I expect that already. Yes, it's very important to secure the cap. You don't want your paints to dry out. Okay, here I am mixing. And then this is just an extra paint palette. This paint will not live in this palette. I'm just using it for drying. Okay, the third color is cadmium yellow hue. The color code is 109. This one has two pigments. It has PY97, which is Hansa yellow, and PY65, which is Hansa yellow deep. So hues means like these are not the actual pigments. These are not cadmium pigments, which I believe are expensive ones. So mixing paints to imitate that color, they call it hue. Okay, this one has a permanence of A, which is permanent. This does not have a light fastness information. This